3 out of the 4 semi-finalists have already been decided, but one question still remains. Who will meet South Africa in semi-final number 1? Will it be the veterans of World Rugby, the creators of Rugby Union England? Or will it be this upstart, new-coming nation to playoffs rugby in World Cups, the United States of America? We find out right now over the next 80 minutes. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Group, your home of Rugby Challenge 3 and the Nathan Nicholls Be A Pro career, where we are into the real stuff of World Cup time. It is quarter-final and it is England versus USA. The English seem pretty much the same, just the one change with Davis coming in at fly half to replace Ford, who went down injured last episode. The rest of the team is unchanged, and as always, it's going to rely on number 15 to get this job done. And we've got to look out, though. These Americans aren't half bad, but the recent form we've shown with the likes of Banahan, Karma, especially the two Armitages, and of course standing on the left, have been very good. The pack always performs as well, so this is looking odds on for an England victory. But the form we've seen recently from America, wow, that leaves us a little bit concerned. Here is the American starting 15. There's not too many names you look at this here and go, these guys will change the world. But you can see McGinty, the fly half for the Americans, he's been around, he's done it all before, and he is definitely a big danger if he can direct this side around. Harry Ross on the left wing, a name you may recognise if you've been watching the whole series from our time with the Hurricanes. Harry Ross has spent a bit of time on the left wing for us, or with us, there as well. But the big concern is how the side plays as a team. Only going down to the All Blacks in pool play by 3 points. We've got to be wary. We've got to be on top of our game, and we've got to put this American side away if we want to make it to the semi-finals. That's the top 4 of the Rugby World Cup. So it will be the USA playing in, of course, the red, white and blue. And it will be England, of course, like you need told, in the white with the red rose. And underway we go. Rugby World Cup quarter-final, England and USA. Here is Davis with an early touch, and he's got it away to Karma. And early possession goes to England. Nicholls has it, and he takes his sweet time there before finally getting a kick away and a hammering tackle by the American defence as well. The Eagles looking to soar into World Cup history books here with a victory that would put them in the semi-finals. But the big question remains, can they beat England? This is going to be the ultimate test. The USA, they win the line-outs, and that is an area we've seen many teams very good at. It's the set piece, and how about this from USA? They trundle upfield, a great rolling ball. Now they look to attack. Very narrow in their attack as well, and they do keep the ball alive nicely too. Here comes a bomb. This is an area they'll target against Nicholls, but he puts that down very well. And a turnover to USA. They could be in. Oh, he stopped just short. Just 2 meters out. USA, the big chance for them to score against England. Offloads are thick and fast.
Release.
Again, inside the 5 meters from the goal line. Oh, it's knocked on. What a way to lose it. And England place it down in the end goal. And it's McGinty, the man we thought would be as solid as a rock, has been absolutely drilled. A great tackle from Davis. Still under pressure here, though, England. They've got Nicholls right in behind. And he may as well be in the line because... well, no, we'll leave that as normal because we'll probably be on defence soon. We've got to be careful, though. We've got the uprights right there. We are right in centre field, and good work, Karma. That couldn't have gone any better for us. It really couldn't have worked any better for Nicholls and co. Karma just takes it off. Karma's a cucumber, like we call him. Karma the cucumber, and he slaps it into touch outside the 22. Positive play here. America at the back, USA doing the job well. And they win their set piece again. Nicholls waits at the back as the United States look to charge their way through. England might turn this over. It's teetering, it's teetering. No, England, they don't quite do enough. And USA hang on again. They look to attack a little drop and get through. This is a danger. Nicholls is going the other way. Oh, that was lucky. That was lucky from Nicholls. Some referees may straight away said, no, you took that back. But Nicholls has, thankfully for England, been given, another knock on. A double break there for England. Nicholls could have been said to have forced that back. Then the 22 carried straight into another knock on. This time, it was Williams, the loose head prop, putting a thunderous tackle, and England go right in their own goal line to right up to halfway. And on the attack now, if they can win their scrum, which is an area of the game they've been solid at, but I mean, we've had it easy this World Cup, let's be honest. Do we get the test now? Davis, what an offload, going to Armitage, outside to Nicholls. Now he's in danger. Nicholls one-on-one the fullback, looks to step, he beats him. That was too easy, far too easy for Nicholls. And he goes round under the sticks. First try England, first chance England, and Nicholls puts the hammer down. USA had the chance, they should have been leading. But one set move from the Red Rose of England. Look at the step from Nicholls. Too beautiful. And that is world class. We've said it week after week after week. Nathan Nicholls is the player. If we had awards, it would be World Player of the Year, probably for 3 seasons running now. And the American fullback, Zamalolo, had, well, a snowball's chance in hell, let's say that. It was a great step off the left foot from Nicholls, and it just shows the danger. But let's take it back before Nicholls, as he takes the conversion right out in front. You can put your house on it. It was the run from Armitage. Stefan Armitage, the open side flanker, beautifully set that up for Nathan Nicholls to run wide. Still had work to do for sure, but it was the fact that he could get that space, create the overlap with the man on the outside, and we all know Nicholls has the finishing touch of the best of the world. Now he's doing the hard yards in the rucks for England, trying to hang on, and they do well, thanks to Nathan Nicholls once more. Karma. Here is Armitage. What an offload from Armitage. Gets it to Davis. He's the behind the defence again. Steps away from one. Goes to Nicholls, who goes through 2. Could be trouble. He just hangs on to the ball. Here's the ball away. Blanchard does well. Williams. Blanchard again. All England at the moment. America have been hot on attack, but they have gone ice cold. Nicholls offloads again. Running meters coming nicely for him. As the run through from Shingler gets him a few more meters. They run off the back of a pretty average play there by England. They're going to lose this ball. And now America come away with it. Now that was really tragic. Backwards they went, England, and they quickly lost possession. And now America, they've got a price to put on the board here. They've got to score next. They should have scored by now, and they come wide. Overlap for them. They give it out to who else but Harry Ross. Nicholls knows him, but on a great offload from Harry Ross. The Americans are away. It's a speed race. Who's got the legs? England's defence hangs on. It squirts out for Ross. He goes wide. There's so many numbers here for USA. The Eagles go one off from the ruck. Look to put pressure on. Again, they look to the open side. Great ball straight through. Nicholls. He was lucky he held that line because the USA were through again. And now England turn it over. That is devastating for the USA. How many times have they been close? This kick's a bit short. It's knocked on. What a way to lose the ball. Karma's there. And the USA have once again thrown away a try. Trying to charge through, Atwood goes to Karma. Nicholls knows the game is in safe hands for the minute. Stefan Armitage goes short, and we will go back. No advantage there for England.
Crouch. Bind.
Scrum feed with 10 minutes to go in the first half. England, and it is Karma with the ball. Man, how have USA not scored? I don't know. Nicholls has been super accurate with his defence, but just 7-0, and you've got to say the Americans have had the better of the chances so far. Kick forward, and this is a decent chase too from Nicholls. A great kick has put the pressure on, and Nicholls almost got it too. Oh, now he's cooked it, and here come the Americans. Wide they go, plenty of numbers out here, plenty of options. It's another pace race. Nicholls puts the bonnet on, the USA for the corner. Buffet goes short, it'll be a turnover surely. There it goes. Well, it was the hooker, to be fair to them, but boy, he went well, didn't he? He went very, very well, and you've got to say, USA should have scored 3 tries. Unbelievable. The defence of this English team is just unheard of, unseen. Defence is the best form of attack for England. They have played so well with their backs against the wall. Now they attack again, up to halfway. Nicholls runs deep. Oh, he spilled that! And the Americans tow it through, but it still leaves opportunity here for England. They do go a touch backwards now. Do they want to play a bit of territory? No, they go to Armitage, who continues to have a rich vein of form here. Now it goes away. Downing. He's picked up the ball's carried on. I thought he still had it, but through they go through Armitage. He needs a friend. Nicholls is ranging up. Oh, he beats the man. The fullback, Taumalolo, once again smoked away. If we go left, we've got room, but Cameron's chosen to go to the right. Is there one final? No, it's a forward pass. Nicholls kicks the ball away in disappointment. That should be half-time as well. We'll see it again. Well, that was pretty average from Atwood, wasn't he? So he looked for a support play. It was right in front of him. But England, wow, I tell you what, they have been pushed. They have been pushed all the way here. USA trail by 7-0, but you can easily say they should be leading about 21, 28-0. Probably to 7, I should say, is the way the score should be. This is ridiculous how good the England defence is, because he is, Nicholls especially, holding them at the back. 2 or 3 clean line breaks have been enough for the Americans to score. They just haven't managed to do it while Nicholls is preoccupied. He is saving England at the moment. One chance is all they've had. One chance is all they have converted, with 62% of the ball as well. I've got to say, the Americans' defence hasn't been too shabby either. Territory is fairly even, and you've got to say the Americans as well. It does add up to what I've been saying. Line breaks 4-3. USA taking that. The Eagles doing very, very well. Both sides with 3 handing errors. The scrum battle has been even, but generally the team they've put in to any set piece has come away steady with the ball at the other end. That try to England was off a set play. Open play has been a real arm wrestle between the two sides. And the Americans, boy, they've come a long way in the last decade. They are challenging for a place in the Rugby World Cup. Semi-final, they only trail by 7-0. And if you think this isn't close, well, it's time to get your eyes checked, because this is one hell of a battle out here in the World Cup quarterfinals. This man has proved the difference already. He scored the try and he stopped probably 2 back the other way. Now England have the breeze at their back with the lead in tow. You can probably predict they will turn to a bit of a kicking game here. It's a great tackle. It's got to be a turnover as well. No, unbelievably it's not. USA counting their lucky chance there. They should be on the back foot without the ball. As it is though, they're on the back foot out wide, and they've got plenty of numbers. They keep it alive too. They do very well. Away to Harry Ross once more, but Nicholls has his number. He's got his address. He's got everything there on Harry Ross. Great play. Nicholls is preoccupied. This is what I talked about. This is where they need to attack, but they simply haven't done it so far. Their offloading game is absolutely amazing at the moment. Oh, he did it. He did Nicholls there. But Nicholls managed to get another go. But he is still buried. They need to spread it now. They need to make a break. Oh, they're just not doing it, USA. Nicholls has managed to get up and he goes back. Shrugging off one. Oh, this is so good from America. But they're just not finishing it. They lost the ball. Downing does the job. Nicholls goes through. And it'll be try number 2 for Nathan Nicholls. Just like that. Defence into attack. Try time, England. It doesn't take much. But this is a battle out there. Look at that work from Shingler. Take a bow to the inside centre. He was on the ground and he just leaped up to make another tackle. Watch this. Oh, that is absolutely brilliant. He didn't stop him, but the assist from Williams was all that was needed. Voitov hit Nicholls as he burned up on the outside, and the call was loud and clear. Voitov just let it go, and Nicholls, you know what the story is. He does the rest. One of the best performances from two teams I've seen this World Cup. Defensively, both teams have been amazing, but it's come down to, as suspected, one man, and that is Nathan Nicholls. What a game this is proving to be. Nicholls leads 14-0, but he hasn't been able to do it without some friends. The team has stood up here, and the Americans, they are a worthy opponents. If you don't think so, then I'm afraid you're doing an injustice to the USA. Still a few little errors in their game. If they can clean that up, they will be champions in the future. Great take there off the kickoff as well.
Bind. Sit.
This has been a battle. An amazing game between what we would now consider two heavyweights of world rugby. Not many teams have beaten England in recent years. The USA, their first meeting for a long time, and somehow they hold their own. Nicholls, he didn't really want it that early. He goes back, to Jones, who just gets away with the turnover. It's got to be a turnover to USA. Is it? No, is England holding on? They are. Well done. We do want the didn't want to clear it. Oh, and that is a bad way for it to go. Nicholls was calling for that ball. He wanted to smash it downfield, but it's turned out a knock on. Another big tackle.
Crouch.
This time Davis loses the ball and it goes
sit
forward. USA. Now, that is a battle and a half. Look at that. Did you see that scrum? Just went forward to the USA, then back to England. It is a turnover. We finally have a team with a set-piece advantage. Wide go England. It's a good ball from Armitage out to Banahan. Oh, he's gone back to Armitage. Nicholls is trying to keep up. Nicholls is it. Goodbye, Tamalolo. Hello, hat-trick for Nathan Nicholls. The Americans have finally broken down. They were valiant for almost 60 minutes, but it is now all over for them. Nicholls was screaming for the chance, and Tamalolo looking to force Nicholls into touch, but he's just too hot. He's too hot on the trot. And watch this step again off the left. Bang! No, it was off the right. I take it back. He bamboozled him on the inside as the fullback tried to push him towards the sticks. This has been a match with one man the difference. You take out Nicholls, if he was injured, you'd say this would have to be a stalemate. One man has changed the game. And that man has taken the shot at goal, which is over. As we almost hit the hour mark, we'd say almost goodbye to the USA. But for Nicholls, he'll probably be saying, I hope I don't see you soon, because USA have shown plenty in this game. They should have. I don't know how they didn't score in the opening 20 minutes or so. Nicholls ejects himself from that breakdown. Oh, possibly a bit too early. Oh, that is terrible from Nicholls. Get up there, Williams. You know, you're at the back. Now, USA, what can they muster up here? They have 20 minutes to do some magic. They need to get back at all. There's so many numbers out here. If they don't score this, there's something wrong. Oh, there's a knock on again. Well, that's been their mistake. That's been their fault. It's their handling. So many opportunities have gone begging because of thunderous hits like that. This time, it was JP Jones who put in the big cruncher. We have had one hell of a game here today. England lead. The scoreboard does not reflect how this game has gone. The Americans should be well proud of this effort so far. Here's Davis, throws the dummy, he creates even more room. Number 4! Oh, high shots. And this could be bad to worse for England. Oh, for USA, I should say, because it looks like Harry Ross is going to the bin for 10. Well, that is the final nail in this coffin for the USA. They will be without a man for 10 minutes, and Nicholls shaves off a good 40 metres, you'd say, at least, into the American half. That changes things drastically. The respectability could soon be going out the window of this scoreline. Oh, turnover from USA, and they quickly go wide, but they seem to be missing a man on the attack as well. It's going well for the moment though. Nicholls holds off. Has he got support? Oh, he does! A great pass inside. Nicholls is down, but England hang on. Just doing enough for the moment, the English, as the Americans, the Eagles, they look to soar one final time. It's there, picked up a scrum half, they go out wide. One-on-one opportunity here. Nicholls has to finish the job, and he does. You've got to say, defensively and attackingly, there's been one huge difference, and that is Nathan Nicholls. He can't put it down any other way. He has stopped at least 2 certain tries, and he scored all the points for England. Oh, there's a turnover to USA, and here they come once more. They quickly go out wide. Nicholls covers the outside channel as the Americans come back in. Piling on in, both sides. It's still there with USA. Nicholls joins the line. There's a huge gaping hole. Turnover? No, it's still there. Pick and go. Oh, and another knock on. Unbelievable by USA. They've done it so badly here. The handling errors have really killed them. Nicholls hammers us. Look at the speed. Look at the speed of Nathan Nicholls. He's back there. Oh, that is a 90-metre change around. USA hang on, but the one mistake has cost them. They're on the ropes here. And now they attack. They've got no choice. With 7 to go, they've got to attack. Turnover! This has to be a try! Going on his blanks, and he's just short. Has Nicholls got 4? No! Advantage. USA turn it over. Advantage to England. Oh, what for? The forward pass? Oh, it is. Quite remarkable, this game. You see the scoreboard, you'll say, well, again, England weren't tested, but I'm sorry. They were well and truly tested here. 5 minutes from kickoff, it should have been 7-0 to USA. 15 minutes from kickoff, it should have been 14-0 USA. The game's going to end, and it's going to be another try. Another one for Armitage. And he has been superb in this World Cup. Both of them have been superb. But this time, it is another try for Guy Armitage. Too easy off the set plate, and the cutout pass, that really cooked him. Just hung on at the line, took his time, didn't get rattled. Huge scrum by England, that was the difference there. And then straight through the backs. That was the pass that cut out 2 men, that ultimately decided it. But USA, so much promise, so much hope, so much threatened about the side, but they failed to deliver when it's really mattered, and England have ground them down to take the scalp into the semi-finals. It only gets tougher though. South Africa await, and then the big one, the final, if they can make it that far. They look good, but the Americans, you got to say, could have been more challenging. Knock-ons has killed them. We'll see handing errors hopefully at the end, and we'll see what it does tell the full tale, but how they haven't scored a try, I don't even know. They have been simply outstanding in attack, but just error-ridden throughout. Back he goes to Nicholls, and he smashes crossfield again. His speed is showing to the full toll. Look at him, go straight through. He's going to regather. Oh, that is poor from USA. Another chance. Could be another try. Oh, Nicholls! It would have been a great try. What was the error? A forward pass? I'm not sure. I don't really know where that ball went. It did kind of glitch up a bit, but despite it all, it is full time. England go through to face South Africa. USA, their tournament is over. A valiant tournament it was for the Americans. They played very, very well up to this game, but at the 60-minute mark, this game well and truly changed for the Eagles. They lost a man, and they were just put away right at the death. And you've got to wonder how this game would have changed if they scored that try right at the start. I was expecting them to be tough, and they were for a good hour as well. They were hard to get the ball off. They were hard to break the line off. But when you have the chances, we put them away. And there was a difference. USA put away none of their chances, and they had more, I'd say easily more than England. Guy Armitage, he scored one. Nicholls got another hat trick, 4 tries all up. Nicholls 4 out of 4 from the tee as well. USA, I don't know how, but 0. This is what I want to see. Yeah, line breaks, 8-6. That was the big teller, and also handling errors, 8-6. An error-ridden, especially second half by the Americans, but overall an error-ridden match by the USA. And it really did hamstring them to getting anywhere into this match. England had to work so hard to grind this team down to put anything away. 60-40 pretty much on both possession and territory. Tackles even tells that. 60 by England, 49 by USA as well. So the true tale is told in the stats. The scoreboard, it does flatter England somewhat as well. Nathan Nicholls, what did you do in this match? 3 tries, 4 conversions, only 2 line breaks, but we made 7 tackles, and you guarantee 4 of them, if we missed, would have been tries. If the support was there, would have been tries for USA. 2 handing errors. I don't think either of them were actual knock-ons though. But overall, a good day for Nicholls. Wholly and solely his defence won England this game more than his 3 tries, you've got to say. It's interesting. It is very interesting we look at these goals for the match and we see this here. Drop goal rates. Because when it was 7-0, I'm pretty sure it was half-time 7-0, I thought to myself, we have to go for a drop goal. Or take a penalty if it comes around. Because the way that first half went, that one try we scored was off a quick turnover where we had about a 5-on-1 overlap. That was the only chance we had to score. Thankfully for us, the game changed in the second half, as you just saw. But that drop goal was on the radar. It was well and truly on the radar as well. We did miss out on offload, so just 3 out of 5, but running meters we nailed by almost 100 extra. Tackles, we did that without even trying, because honestly, the Americans did play pretty well. They played well enough to test us for 60 minutes. The game changed after that, where they became as good as Namibia. 3 tries required just the 1. Okay, so what does that do for our stats? We've got 0.2 on fitness, 0.1 on aggression and tackling, 0.2 on agility as well, 0.1 and 0.2 on strength and mental. So not much happening there at all, is there? Not a huge amount of increases for Nathan. Our performance, well, bizarre. We made a pretty big effect in that match, but we only got an 8.6. I mean, There's a lot of things we did in that game that aren't reflected truly in our rating. I mean, there's tackles and there's try-saving tackles. That's a big difference right there. Nicholls was immense in that game, and I think was the big difference, especially in defence. Still a good rating, 8.5, over 8.5. Got to be happy with that. 300 kicking metres, wow. We did a lot of boot to ball in that game, and in the first half, we had to as well. So let's simulate our way through the other matches. We've got Argentina playing Brazil for some reason, I'm not sure. Again, we're still being made the captains and kickers. But here it is. This is the big one. Let's see what's in store. This is semi-final number 1 too, so we won't know the winner of that one. All Blacks versus Pumas. Springboks versus the Red Rose of England as well. This is big. This is, I mean, you can't argue with 3 out of those 4 teams. You probably could argue that Australia, France maybe deserve to be there. USA even. But credit to Argentina. They have got through to the semi-final. So we will know next episode. We will know who is going to be in the final. Will be South Africa or England versus New Zealand or Argentina. You got to say, as a neutral, you'll definitely want England versus New Zealand. From our point of view, many people would say go South Africa, New Zealand for an all Southern Hemisphere grand final. But either way, these ones should be really, really tough. England, they had it easy in pool play, no question. That scoreline in the quarterfinal doesn't reflect how hard that game was until that last 20 minutes. And I'm expecting this to be super tough and that to be immense. It would be a World Cup final as well. It will just be huge. That is 2 games away. Shall we make it? I guess worst comes to worst, it's 2 games because we'll play in the 3rd versus 4th playoff as well. But Springboks are up next. Let's have a look at Nathan Nicholls. We'll wrap up today's episode and look forward to the big semi-final. A lot of stats now. Speed, acceleration, aggression, kicking and mental, all 100. 98 fitness, 95 strength, 98 passing as well. Pretty much everything is in the 90s, bar catching, jumping, offloading. That's it. 3 stats, not in the 90s. Nicholls is looking pretty hot as well. On another note, our performances still putting our average up as well. It's been an amazing World Cup, but it's really getting to the stage now where it is do or die of the highest level. Springboks versus England. That is next episode. Hope to see you all there for that one. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed our quarterfinal versus USA, and I'll see you all for the next game. Until then, take care.